I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, January the 20th, 2016. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu traveled today to Switzerland, where he will take part in the World Economic Forum in Davos. Netanyahu will join other world leaders at the forum and is scheduled to speak to U.S. commentator Fareed Zakaria on stage tomorrow. Also tomorrow, Netanyahu reportedly will meet with U.S. Vice President Joe Biden and U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry at the international gathering. The Times of Israel reports that an IDF soldier was lightly injured this morning near the Palestinian city of Tulkarem in the West Bank. The soldier was shot at while members of his unit taking part in a security operation in the area were under fire. The troops returned fire and were searching for the shooters. The soldier was taken to the hospital for treatment. Israel's security agency, the Shin Bet, announced today that they prevented a terror attack in Tulkarem. The agency said that in an operation run together with the IDF and Israel police, the Shin Bet uncovered a terror cell that was receiving instructions from the son of the leader of Hezbollah, Hassan Nasrallah. Jawad Nasrallah had reportedly used social media to recruit Tulkarem resident Mahmoud Jalul to run the cell, whose orders included training suicide bombers. A statement from the Shin Bet said it was highly unusual that a terror cell grew under the direction of Hezbollah. They said Hezbollah is trying to ride the current wave of terror in Israel and is working diligently to fan the flame so as to increase the incitement by taking advantage of the Palestinian population and seducing its young people to carry out attacks in return for money. 5 Palestinians were arrested during the operation on suspicion of joining the cell. Israeli police arrested 2 Jewish teenagers suspected of defacing a historic church in Jerusalem. A 15 and 16-year-old were arrested for allegedly painting hateful and violent anti-Christian graffiti on the Dormition Abbey on Mount Zion on Sunday. The teens are thought to be part of a group of Jewish extremists that have vandalized other sites in the past. Turkish publication Today's Zaman reported that anti-Israel graffiti was found on the Istiklal synagogue in Istanbul yesterday. The synagogue just days ago held a one-time prayer service, the first in 65 years at the structure. Editor-in-chief of the Jewish Community's weekly newspaper, Ivo Molinas, told Today's Zaman that there is widespread anti-Semitism voiced in Turkey, and it gets in the way of celebrating the richness of cultural diversity in this country. British Jewish publisher and philanthropist George Wiedenfeld has died. Wiedenfeld was a member of the House of Lords who dedicated great efforts to improving understanding between peoples and faiths, and recently helped rescue Christians facing persecution in Syria. As a teenager, Wiedenfeld escaped Nazi persecution in Austria and made his way to Britain, where he was taken in by a Christian family. Israel's opposition leader Isaac Herzog eulogized Wiedenfeld as an avid Zionist and a lover of Israel, saying Wiedenfeld was a close friend of his father's, the late Israeli President Chaim Herzog, and also the right-hand man of Israel's first president, Chaim Weizmann. Wiedenfeld died today in London at the age of 96. He is survived by his wife, a daughter, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. The Jewish Week reports that 5 national Jewish educational groups have agreed to merge in a cost-saving and effectiveness measure. The merger brings together the work of Reform, Conservative, Orthodox, and pluralistic day school organizations. They are the Day Schools of Reform Judaism, the Partnership for Excellence in Jewish Education, the Jewish Community Day School Network, the Solomon Schechter Day School Network, and the Yeshiva University School Partnership. The new merged entity temporarily is being called New Org. They released a statement saying that as an integrated organization serving and strengthening all streams of Jewish day schools, it will work on advancing the Jewish day school field across North America, as well as on advocacy efforts for day schools locally and regionally. They further said that a combined day school organization will, quote, more effectively meet the diverse needs of local schools by pooling the talent, expertise, and resources originally dispersed among its founding agencies. And looking now at our programming for tonight here on JBS for Wednesday, January the 20th. At 8 o'clock, Yehuda Kurtzer of the Shalom Hartman Institute of North America talks about reviving the peace process with Hillel Ben Sasson of Hebrew University, Libby Lenkinski of the New Israel Fund, and former Knesset member Dan Meridor from the JCC of Manhattan. Then at 9, Mark Golub sits down with former U.S. Ambassador to the European Union, Stuart Eisenstadt, on L'chaim. And at 10, Guardian Angels founder Curtis Sliwa joins Assemblyman Todd Kaminsky and Yifa Siegel of the International Legal Forum Israel to address combating anti-Semitism from Temple Hillel in Valley Stream, New York. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, Thinking Out Loud with Micah Halpern. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, January the 20th, 2016. I'm Teisha Bader.